Hello, GotAUkulele.com back with something interesting for you. It's a brand I've featured before. That brand is Noah, a British company that use a Vietnamese workshop, small luthier, to make their instruments. Mainly ukuleles. I've featured two of their ukuleles before. This one is kind of a ukulele, or maybe it's not. It's a guitalele. Yeah, some people will moan about these and say, well, that's not a uke, and they equally then moan about them and say, well, that's not a guitar. Personally, I don't have much truck with that. I don't care what they're called. It's a musical instrument, and it's recognisable as a bit of both. Just a quick word about six strings. It's surprising how many people still get confused. Extra string ukuleles, in the main, tend to be those where you still play four courses, so you still basically tune G, C, E, A, but some of the strings are doubled up. So an 8 string, for example, you're still playing the same 4-course chord positions, but you're doubling up and each finger plays 2 strings at once. A guitalele, on the other hand, actually does have an extra couple of strings. It has the same 4 as a ukulele, but an extra couple of bass strings. So very much like a guitar, but in the sort of baritone sort of sized body of a ukulele. And it sounds kind of a bit like both. I'll come on to the tuning in a moment. So Noah, double bout instrument, all solid, beautiful. Monkey pod, also known as the rain tree from tropical regions. Kind of looks like milky coffee, doesn't it? Book matched top and back. Oh, look at that. That is really nice. 2-piece sides with a bit of inlay down there. That inlay is pale wood, possibly maple or spruce or something like that, and it's really rather nice. We've got a rosewood tie bar bridge for the 6 strings, uncompensated bone saddle, and a bit of abalone around the sound hole. This is in satin. They also make it in a gloss. The finish is not bad. There are 1 or 2 sort of little bubbles and imperfections. I think that's what you get with a small workshop like this. But on the whole, it's pretty decent. Inside, relatively tidy, a few little wood shavings, scalloped braces, notched kerfing. Yeah, quite like it, actually. The website, Noah, says that this neck is made of maple. I am amazed if that's maple. I swear that's mahogany. Anyway, it's got a joint down here. There may be a joint up here, maybe not. Maybe it's just 2 pieces with the joint here and a nice sort of curvy sort of heel shape to it there, capped in more of the pale wood. Topping that is a nice wide, obviously because it's got 6 strings, rosewood fingerboard. There's a lot of tooling marks and sort of gouges in that. Some people aren't bothered by that, but people would complain if I didn't mention it. 20 nickel silver frets with 14 to the body, although it would be more accurate to say that there's 19 and a half because that 20th is cut out by the shape around the sound hole. We've got position markers 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15. They are repeated on the side, and the 12th is a double spot. All nice so far. Nice shallow profile to that neck. It's about 48mm wide, but it's nice and it's not huge and chunky on the back. Slotted headstock, that's really rather nice, isn't it? Noah logo there inlaid with this sort of detailing carving at the top there, makes it look like petals, something like that. It's really interesting and really classy looking, unbranded, but rearward facing geared tuners with 3 apiece on either side. The strings, I doesn't specify what they are, but I suspect they're classical guitar strings because that's what this reminds me of an awful lot. And you also get a pretty decent quality padded gig bag, and that will come in the UK at about $2.99. That's not bad for an all solid wood instrument. You'd be really struggling to get an all solid wood guitar for $2.99, so not a bad price at all. Some little finish marks with it, but generally I think it's really pretty. It's light, it's balanced. It feels like a baritone, but just with a wide neck. Now, I'm a guitar player. It's not got that arched fingerboard like on an electric guitar or a folk guitar. It's dead flat. It's like a classical guitar, and it's a long time since I played classical guitar. I was little nipper. So I found it a little bit of a struggle, but I think that if you're into ukulele, I think this is a great entry into exploring the world of guitar. If you've already got some background in guitar, and especially in Spanish guitar, flamenco fingerstyle, classical guitar, I think you'd just fly on one of these things. It's got a really rich tone, those extra couple of strings working over and above what a ukulele can ever give you. And I've got this tune, so the strings 1 to 4 are still the G, C, E, A. But I've got an extra couple of bass strings, and they're A and D. So it's the same relationship as on a guitar, but it's as if the guitar was capoed at the 5th fret. You could also, with the right strings, tune this up like a guitar, so that would be E, A, D, G, B, E, which would be in tune with the baritone ukulele. I mean, you know, there's no rules on tuning, but the great thing about tuning it in relation to a guitar, which is, in other words, in relation to a ukulele, is if you're never played a guitar before, you're going to find that some of the chord shapes, certainly on the strings 1 to 4, are going to be the same as you know on the ukulele, and then all you've got to get your head around is a couple of extra finger positions on the strings 5 and 6, and there we are. I mean, it's rich, rounded. Sustain is going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. It's not really one for strumming, I don't think, because I don't like strumming a Spanish guitar, but hours of fun, actually. I mean, it's just so unlike a ukulele. It's not like a guitar either, because it's so much higher, but you know, I don't know, it's not for me, but I've got lots of guitars already, but that's just me. I think if you've never played a guitar before, why not? I think this is really good. I think it's a good price. I think it's got a really nice sound to it. I think Matt may be onto something here. I mean, he's not the only Guitalele out there in the world, I must say. Yamaha make one. I wasn't particularly impressed with that. Canalea make a delightful one. It's just more about the concept, and it's nice to see that Noah are on board with that, because I'm a big believer in people having a bit of extra choice. There we are, the Noah Guitalele, made from all solid monkey pod. Nice alternative, I think. $2.99 in the UK. Back soon.